It's not horrible, I suppose.
There's a weird glare back here, though. Oh my God, you scared me half to death. Oh.
We're live.
My phone's buzzing. That's what it says.
Hey, everybody. Today, last night, yesterday, whenever, the YouTube wars have commenced.
Oh,
Pat Monster, how you doing?
Brandon White says hi.
Hey, Brandon.
And Mr. Tim, Trucker Rudy.
Hey, Rudy. And I know this don't involve us, and it doesn't involve a lot of you guys, but it is entertaining to watch and hilarious. I think.
Brandon says it's all went crazy. Stop.
We know some background story to it that we're probably not going to talk about just because we don't want to be involved in that way, right? We just think it's funny. Because we was just on the cusp of peace and prosperity and a new media group that was going to promote all of us and lead us to fame and riches, and it all went to hell, just like I said in our other live feed, right?
Hi, Serena.
Did any of you guys...
Pet Monster says, we are here to create.
That's right. Just create love and prosperity.
I got real.
You guys check out Pat Monster there. He's the best at create, not hate. He's got a good story he should tell us about standing in an airport and someone meeting him that was telling him about create, not hate. And he was the author of the whole create, not hate movement. That's just hilarious, really. That tells you what a small world this is. Hey, Hairless Kiddo, Anthony Blackbeard.
He says, hey, guys, how's it going? Did you ever find a name for the new truck yet? We ain't been driving it.
No, but we do have a blog for Monday where we was in it. Hey, William, how are you doing?
To get it inspected, we had to drive it over to get it inspected, so...
What could you use, William? Some of that create, not hate over at Pet Monster? You do all right. You're not trying to create hate. You're just trying to make friends. Hell, that's what community building's all about, right? Meeting new people and common goals and experiences, right? We was just over on everybody else's live feeds watching them. I was going to go live earlier, and then all of a sudden all these guys got out of bed and started doing live feeds. And so I guess the war will continue, or it won't.
Demetrius Bennett says, hello, friends.
Stelos, how are you?
Pet Monster and Monster Chicks meeting new mothers and brothers Bay.
Is that somewhere in Canada?
Silos says you guys are too cool. Stay away from the drama.
Hey, thank you, Driver Jerry.
It's funny. Just listen with no comments.
It is. But what was funny is what actually started this war. I'm not going to say what started the war, but if you go over and watch the first 23 minutes of William Worthington, you'll know why the war started. And he wasn't doing anything wrong. Nothing. And they're all blaming it on him. All he was doing was saying, hey, everybody, how you doing? And he got attacked. It was sad.
Tanker driver
Jerry.
Gary, isn't it?
Oh, is that Gary? I thought it was Jerry.
It's with a G.
Food Mooch. How you doing, Food Mooch?
Anthony Blackbeard, are you still having problems with the 2290? Yeah, we're not going to be able to get it until the IRS is open.
I don't know anything about that, Food Mooch. I mean, some other man's financial problems is his problem, so I wouldn't be surprised, but, you know, if he does, on the bright side, Bubba said he'd take it over and bail out Yeti, right? That's what Bubba said.
Now, Anthony, we might be able to get around that with our temporary plate, or the state might be doing something where you don't have to have your 2290 right now, because we kind of figure we can't imagine that you just can't get them, period. But we didn't want to drive another 2.5 hours over there because we might get them and then have to drive 2.5 hours back, and they wouldn't answer their phone the other day.
I'm pretty sure I can drive on the temporary, but I didn't want to. I mean, I've had temporaries before, but I've always just went straight to the State House and got my plate. So that's what I'm used to doing. But maybe I'm going to have to drive on them.
Anthony Facer, hello.
Hey, Anthony. Have you
Rider
been coloring?
71. Tim Martin, hello.
Y'all see this last night? It was funny.
You're going to choke yourself. Buster Tim says there's lots of drama. He watches and doesn't say anything. Good morning, Trucking with the Duck. He is at his house in New Mexico. I know what casa is.
A what?
He's
Casa?
at his casa.
He's
in
at
New
his
Mexico.
casa, okay.
It's his house.
That's right.
Mi casa es su casa. My house is your house. Right? Isn't that right?
Wow.
I hope so. I hope I didn't cuss somebody or something.
No, you did fine. She's expanding her vocabulary, apparently.
Not very quickly.
Look, I'm over here fidgeting like somebody else. I'm fidgeting because I had 3 cups of coffee, and I'm like, woo, guys, I'm tore up.
He fidgets in the truck, too. I was coloring the other day, and I had to make him sit down because I couldn't even color because he was shaking the truck, going back and forth so much. Jeff says, hello, where's Walter? He's under his chair.
You said it, Food Mooch, and you said it best. Hey, Rudy, how are you doing today?
Christopher Tucker says, why can't we just get along? Well, he says the new generation scares me, but it's people our age that are drama, too.
Yeah, it is. But hey, if you watch that first 23 minutes of William, and
he says, "How you doing today?"
You'll understand. Someone said that I was involved in the drama, and if I was, I didn't. I guess this is involved in the drama. I'm making we're doing a talkie talk here, but I don't think we're going to be getting along because some people really want to bogart this space. So they systematically pull other people down. And some of us just want to get along with people and be friends and say, hey, how you doing today? And check each other out and learn from each other. That doesn't mean that we want to be king of anything.
Keith James says, afternoon, TRC and Little Dog. He's AKA Cat Skinner.
We try to be, Tanker Driver.
Scott Reel says, hey, Little Dog. Trucker Rudy. Little Dog is always the center of attention. And if he's not, he will make himself the center of attention.
He is. He's a, what is that? He's always wanting to be seen. He's like them people that run behind your camera and when you're taking a picture of your mom and he does something.
A photo bomber.
He's a photo bomber. Yeah. He knows what the camera is.
Let's see.
They do, Anthony, but sometimes good people get killed in the crossfire. It just happens.
Ray Smith says it's funny. Hi, crazy kids. Hi, Ray.
I don't know if they're gonna, if anybody's gonna release any of that hidden information over there today. Apparently, there's a lot of information that's hidden, and it is just like Days of Our Lives, or As the Worm Turns, or something like that. What's Pet Monster saying?
All peeps all attract to drama, but life is short, and drama makes life even shorter. I prefer through experience to create, not hate. Hate hurts, and the hater worst. Hate hurts the hater worst of all.
It does. Oh, Christopher Trucker, he had a big sentence there.
In all honesty, I'd love to meet the both of you someday if it all worked out. Besides being a volunteer firefighter, I'm currently trying to enlist as an 88M in the reserve to get my CDL as backup.
Oh, you're going to drive one of those big smoke wagons. I hear you. You can do it. And you might meet us. We don't hide from nobody.
Trucker Rudy has information.
Too. Rudy.
I think I missed something. Oh, Tim Martin wanted to know what kind of light. This light changes colors and it also has a speaker in it so you can like put it outside and listen to music, or I don't guess it has to be outside, but it has a Bluetooth speaker. You can connect your phone to it. Let's see. Oops, hello.
Sorry about that, guys. If we missed some of your comments, I'm sorry. We certainly don't mean to miss anyone, but we're not good at this like some people. We're not professionals. We're drivers.
Hoping to get going next week, hopefully.
Oh, Victor, I think I know which one you're talking about. I'm pretty sure I do.
Hello, Cows.
Wasn't he getting up there with Nikki on that show? She sure was hot back in her day.
And Mr.
William Chestnut, how you doing? Cows put up some funny videos. I bet he could chop up some videos if he really wanted to.
William says Victor Caracas on Days of Our Lives.
Yeah, he had a thing going with Nikki back when I first went in the military, and when And when
He still did.
Yeah, when I came out years later, it was still in the same episode.
William Cheshire. Hi, William. Pet Monster
It does,
says,
don't it, Pet Monster? Too bad there's only 7 days in a week, though, because I'm like, there's so much content to be created.
Rob Dollinger called me Pecker Nat.
She's a pecker now.
We've met Pecker
Hey, Rob,
Nat.
how you doing?
Greg Monholland says hello from Michigan.
Probably
Hello,
cold
Ray
in
Smith.
Michigan right now. Oh, I think there's a storm coming through Wyoming right now.
William Cheshire's out of the hospital. Yay!
That's spectacular. Just in time for spring. You stay out of the weather, William, until it gets warm.
If y'all don't know William had a double lung transplant earlier, like 3 months ago, maybe?
Yeah.
Something like that, 3 months ago. I was going to say earlier this year, but this is a new year, so, you know. I'm horrible with time.
You don't know. You know what a pecker gnat is, Pet Monster. It's those little tiny gnats.
Pet Monster's in Canada.
Yeah, but he's from America. That you'll see him around the donkey's wiener or whatever, right? Or the dog's wiener in the summertime.
They're like little bitty
pecker gnats.
Baby flies.
They're gnats.
Almost. But yeah, they're gnats.
Yeah. And we was at a truck stop, and
there were hordes of them.
They were everywhere, and they was chasing her.
William said October 9th.
No-see-ums. Oh, Pet Monster said they call them no-see-ums up in Canada. Ain't that funny?
Well, I saw him, and I ate one that day, and it was very traumatic. I had to keep my mouth closed.
She kept going.
It was horrible.
She never did tell me what it tasted like.
It tasted horrible. Buster Tim said it's 48 in Dayton, Ohio.
Well, it's 42 in Connecticut.
It's actually really nice here, too. I'm wearing my heated vest, though, because the back room was cold. William says pecker gnats are in Canada, too.
I think they got pecker gnats everywhere.
No, I felt like when you got further north in the cold, you just had giant mosquitoes. I didn't think you had the...
They still have summer.
That don't mean... They don't have honeybees up in, like, Alaska and stuff.
They
live naturally.
They rent them.
Yeah, but do you think they rent pecker gnats?
If they have any value, they will.
He's insane, and I'm going to poke him in the eye here in a minute.
North Carolina, 70 degrees.
He's on the tractor plowing.
Oh, that's special.
Scott says it tastes like chicken, and Greg says it did not taste like chicken.
Somebody started a conversation. When I first moved here, Monster Chick smacked me. I asked why. She said it just disappeared.
She said a no-see-em. I smacked her back and said, yes, right. The next day at work, his boss confirmed no-see-ems. I felt silly. Now, see, I'll tell y'all something, but you close your ears. He is afraid of spiders, so I have strict instructions that if there's a spider on him, I'm not to speak about it. I'm to kill it and dispose of it without his knowledge. So all I have to do is just smack him and be like, it was a spider. I had to get rid of it. And he never knows the difference.
What was that?
What?
What?
Huh?
Oh, you're bad. See how terrible she is.
When you're the spider killer.
Well, earlier we had a spider. We did. And she screamed and ran from it and then said, oh, you're no good.
I did! And then I had to go back and get it.
And it was a dead spider. You know, we ain't
probably been hanging out here for months while we've been gone.
Yeah, it froze to death while we were gone. It didn't even look like a threatening spider.
Yes, it did. It snuck up on me and was trying to jump onto me. It's a good thing that I screamed and ran.
And we opened up the bottom cabinets last night, and there was a poor little mouse there.
In the mousetrap.
He was a new offering from the gods, apparently. He was still tender. She wouldn't touch that one, though. She made me handle it.
Mm-hmm. We live in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
When the corn goes in, the mice try to find somewhere. We've stuffed up.
Yeah, William, she's very abusive. Very, very abusive. I told y'all, violence in the workplace is real. I don't have an HR I can call. I just have to suffer through it. It's like them days when people...
I'm HR.
When the men in Hollywood would put the women on the couches or whatever to get jobs. It's kind of like that here. She's always putting me on the couch.
Sumner Kinney is 50 degrees in Maine, and they're having free beer tomorrow.
Farming and trucking is what Ray Smith, and that's what built this country, Ray. Farming and trucking. You got done farming, you got in the truck and you trucked. And we kept the country moving. And then all the farmers died out.
Jeff Beard.
North Carolina Food Channel checking in. You ain't missed nothing. We was going to discuss the truck driver wars, but ain't none of us talking about that.
Saw a huge rat in Tulsa once. You want to tell him your rat story from earlier this week?
Yeah, I was at the store the other day, and out of the cornfield came a big rat, and he climbed right up somebody's tire and went up into their engine. I'm like, what the hell? I don't know why he was going there. It wasn't that cold or anything. Maybe they had food in there.
Pet Monster says, love all 18 wheels off you mothers. Make me laugh and feel fuzzy. Always have. Hell, it's been years now.
Oh, you're integrating there, Pet Monster. Next thing you know, you're going, hey, do they let you vote up there? You might get to vote. I don't know. That's cool if you do. All right. Give us the question. We'll do the best that we can.
Questions. Oh,
questions. Oh, yeah.
Pressure.
Answers.
Under pressure.
I can't handle pressure, guys. It's been rough.
He can't.
Mowgli, hey there, you too. 47 and rain here in Arizona. Oh, 47 in Arizona is freezing. Y'all better put a coat on. That's just terrible, Mowgli. Y'all could head west and go to the ocean. I seen Jenna's pictures over there when y'all was at the ocean on your last trip. It said that was a nice picture of both of y'all with the ocean as your backdrop. I like that. Get rid of rat. Thought so. Then a flood came and he actually died and washed into the street. That happens. I feel sorry for the little rats when the floods come. The owls around here just sit on the fence post waiting for the floods to run the rats up to the road, and then they smorgasbord. Rich the trucker, good afternoon. How are you? Summer Kinney. What is the holdup? Nothing now. But we think the plate's holding us up, but it's not really that. It's the Omnitrax is the big holdup. But I might have to go to Dallas to get that fixed. Reminds me of the song Under Pressure. That's an excellent song. I love it. Now I have Bowie and Mercury singing in my head. I agree. That's a great song.
Scott Reel says, I didn't. I assume he didn't feel sorry for the rats.
Oh.
I agree with Scott.
I like rats. I think they're adorable.
Rich the Trucker, good afternoon.
My dad had a rat. It was a pet rat. And they're pretty smart. They can do a lot of damage.
Pet Monster can have people singing in his head. I'm still kind of jealous.
I can too. Oh, there's the North Carolina question.
How do you feel about in-cab cameras facing the drivers? I don't agree with them, and one driver told me that he would be butt naked wearing just his socks and boots.
Mm-hmm.
We have a video
51,000 views, actually.
That camera.
You should go watch it.
And people argue with us on it all the time. It tells us we don't know what we're talking about. If you call them and tell them you have your own truck, there is a backdoor password, and you can watch them videos 24/7.
We called the company to get the information on that video.
Just watch it all the time.
And people argue with us constantly. And I mean, we went to the horse's mouth to get the information for that video.
Yeah, because like we own our truck, right? Okay, if I get hit in a truck stop, most of the time a lot of drivers, if you get hit, you're in the truck stop, somebody's trying to back in by you, they hit you and they just drive off. That's it, right?
Okay.
And that's why I told them, I might get hit at a truck stop or wherever my truck's parked for a week. I'm going to be able to go back and look at it. Oh, yeah, you just put in a password and you can go back for weeks and look at anything you want to.
You see how it is, guys? It's like 3-year-olds. You got to take care of the conversation.
You're funny.
He ain't never wanted up here when we're doing this.
Buster Tim likes the band Rat. No, normally I pick him up.
I like the band Rat. I do. That's a good one.
The Few, the Proud, the Farmer. You guys have fun. Time to deliver hot pies.
Is that got anything to do with winter is coming? Hot pie was the little kid that Arya Stark was taking around that made her the little wolf cookies.
Pet Monster. Bye.
Bye, Pet Monster. Give Monster Chick our love.
Rich the Trucker says companies say they don't watch 24/7, but they do. They can. That doesn't mean live. They necessarily do, but they can.
They're not watching live, but they're watching the pre-recorded version, right? So if you want to give them a show, you feel free to give them a show. And if you, I mean, it is illegal for them to do that. If it points into your sleeper, if it points at you in the driver's seat, that's not terrible. I don't want it, but I'm just saying, you can. It is fightable, but it's coming to a trucking company near you.
Anything that capture where you have reasonable expectation of privacy. So if you're in the back and you're changing clothes and they look at you, that is actually a felony offense because you have a reasonable expectation of privacy. Anything, any hygiene, like we're drivers. We didn't get a shower today because whatever reason. So you've got a package of wet ones that you clean off with. If they watch you do that, that is actually considered a criminal felony.
We actually caught the safety girls watching videos. They told us they was watching and laughing about it, and we could see them watching.
They were at the time before they got fired. Were proud that they were watching those videos,
and they were untriggered videos. They was videos of drivers sitting.
Yep. And it was just kind of like, I'll throw it in your face. I'm watching you 24/7, and
I wish I could see that.
They didn't have sense enough to realize what they were doing was illegal.
Some people will let you put cardboard over it, and some companies will throw a fit.
Tanker driver Gary said we have forward, but they're getting inward cameras. Now, if they just show the driver's seat, that might be legal, but they can't show the back part, you know, where you would be getting dressed or going to sleep and you leave your curtain open with the heater on or something. Jeff said a piece of tape accidentally placed on the lens goes a long way.
Hey, Sergeant Ringo, I see you there.
That is true, Jeff, but they also, depending on the company, have something that sends them that they ain't getting pictures from it, and they'll call you and ask you what's wrong with your camera. And if they believe you have tape on it,
I'm sorry, guys. I still got the fever and stuff.
Food Channel, I was told that the cameras are facing the drivers, watching the drivers sleeping. They're watching everything.
It's a wide-angle lens, and well, I've seen both kinds. Some just face the driver's seat, but most of them open up a view to both driver's seat and passenger seat and the rear.
Mm-hmm. Buster 10 says, are you going to make a video of the truck at night all lit up with them lights on?
I sure am, and I'm going to do a review video, and somebody dropped a link in here the other day, and I watched the video, and that is our truck
at the truck
show. It was at Matt's and it was at Gat's. I think it's the Gat's video. It was inside, and they took a seat out of it, and they do a tour.
Yeah, you walk through it if you want.
It was Elegance on 18 Wheels did the video, and I'll do another one too. We're gonna be in there cooking and everything all the time. I don't know what's wrong with her today, guys. She cleaned the kitchen twice, yesterday and today.
I had to clean it twice because he messed it up after I cleaned it.
So anyway, she must be preparing for what she's going to have to do in the big truck after I cook dinner.
Excuse me. Ian Goldberg says, hi from Nova Scotia, Canada.
Nova Scotia. Now, that's somewhere I always want to go in Canada. I've seen a bunch of movies from that area, and I think it's just, well, all of Canada's beautiful, apparently. But that area kind of intrigues me.
Danny Freeman says he puts a piece of cardboard over the camera facing me. We put duct tape on it, like multiple layers of duct tape.
Well, we don't have one anymore. Or you can put Vaseline on it. Hey, look, that's funny.
Tanker driver Gary says they watch us. We had a driver with no seatbelts on, and they called. The driver was told to put the seatbelt on. Yep. And also, we know drivers. Let's see. One driver had his son practice just in town, and it was a lease truck.
It was in a parking lot.
Yeah, in a parking lot. Just literally drive around the parking lot. And, I mean, he was old enough and whatever just to see if he, you know.
But that's a liability. They shouldn't have saw it, but it's still a liability.
Well, but they asked who this was driving his truck. Why would that trigger anything? Because that company doesn't know who's supposed to be driving the truck.
Yeah, but he might have smashed the brakes or something. We don't know. And
there was another person that told you that he was in his bunk drinking a beer, and he got fired. He was parked the entire time.
On a 34-hour restart.
On a restart. And got fired.
But that whole question was, what's illegal to drink in a truck? I don't care what you drink in your truck as long as you ain't driving. You know, that's just my opinion.
But what were they watching him do?
They shouldn't have been watching him.
Because there was no reason to watch. Say? He's at the bottom. How can someone get into that type of work you're doing, hauling high-end freight on flatbed without prior flatbed experience?
If you're a solo what you would do is you would go to a company and get some flatbed and oversized experience.
Bye, Ray Smith.
And then you could apply here in the not the step deck, but the double drop venue. That's for solos. Otherwise, if you're got a good record, even if you don't have experience, I believe they still might hire people if it's a team in the step deck area, because they do need people for step decks. As long as you got a really good record. Now, I had the prior experience, but it was years ago. They really just liked the idea that we was a team, and
his wasn't verifiable because it's been years ago.
Right.
But it's chains and stuff. I mean, how much does chaining it something down change, you know?
Yeah.
And you've got your own way of doing it over here anyway.
And they'll call us up sometime and say, hey, we got a new couple coming in, and they're going to be at the same place you are. Will you show them, you know, how to chain up and how to tarp
Help
and
them
stuff?
out
And then we'll help them go through it. And then usually, you know, they'll when we see somebody and we can tell they're new, we just help them out.
Most drivers over here are pretty friendly.
Everybody works together really well.
Like if you watched our last large car video, the majority of those trucks were Southern Pride trucks. I mean, if you could see the stuff on them, not all of them, but the majority of them were, because we all pick up and drop off and everything at the same places. And we end up parking beside each other and chit-chatting and whatnot, you know. Let's see. Danny says a friend of his got fired for taking his seatbelt off to get his jacket off. Hi, Life with Spicy.
Hey, Spicy, how you doing?
Mowgli was in Oak Island. Oh, I gotta sneeze.
Oh, is that where y'all took the pictures at? That's cool.
Jeff said you need a mask so you can sleep in the truck. I'm sorry, I'm going to sleep in a second.
It's going to take me time. I will learn to sleep in the truck. It's just going to take me time. It's the same way when we come home, though. I can't sleep. It's just not well. I guess I sleep, but not well, I should say.
NC Food Channel says he's got another channel, Short Hop Trucking. He enjoys our channel. We're positive and put out good content. I believe you make a great couple. Time for a marriage video, huh?
I don't know, maybe one day. I don't know.
Rich says, did you name the truck yet? The Growler.
I like that,
Not
too.
Yet.
I like William Worthington's Hell on Wheels, too. That's really good. But, I mean, they're not going to say, you know, I'm coming for you and the Hounds of Hell. Oh, the Hounds of Hell are coming, too.
Oh, look, it might go with everything, right? Does Swift have in-cab cameras? I have no idea.
I would assume they do, but you'd have to ask Alex Express. Go talk. He'll tell you, probably. I think he's a lease operator, but he would still know.
Spicy asked if we're still enjoying our home time.
We want to go to work, Spicy. We're like you. We like being out there and driving and everything. No, we don't want to be here. It's depressing.
And we're actually kind of ready to go so we can cook and fill our water tanks and kind of like, it's a new toy, right? See how everything works.
Yeah.
And we don't want to fill the water tanks and then park the truck.
Hey, Charles, how you doing?
So
we can't wait. We're just chomping at the bit to go to work.
71 Customs says, I would love to work there. Probably won't be for a long time, though. Planning on going to Cody, K-O-T-T-K-E, for a while and get another with their help.
I hear you. We've got a couple that just started over here, and they went to TMC to get their experience and learn about oversized and flatbeds, and then
they want you to have oversized loads.
They went out and as soon as they got their experience, they went out and bought them a big truck. I mean, that was a big obligation for them, but they jumped right in. They knew what they had a plan, right? And they implemented it, and I give them props for that. And they got a truck a lot bigger than ours, actually.
Yeah, theirs is bigger than ours.
Yeah. Oh, actually, Small Fry had a video of their truck. That was last year, I think. It's a 156 with side door. It's the Reaper truck.
Okay. On the back of it's the Reaper.
The Reaper, yeah.
Let's see. The Wingfield said company drivers.
Hey, Wingfields.
Do have cameras. They lease for Swift and they don't have a camera. So apparently, if you were a company driver, you do. If you're a lease driver, you don't have to.
Well, I did not even know that y'all was over there at Winfield's. I didn't even think to ask. Maybe y'all haven't showed it yet, but now we know.
71 Custom says he's getting another truck with their help.
Oh, yeah, I know the company you're talking about.
Big Sammy says, does SP have a brokerage? Like where they broker loads out? No, they don't
I can
do that.
broker my own freight if I want to use my own numbers.
But wait a minute. Southern Pride doesn't get an order and broker it out to any other company ever.
No,
they have the best reputation in the industry over here.
We haul all of our own freight.
But as far as if we're sitting home and we decide we want to haul something else, we have a brokerage agreement that we can run our own numbers because we also have our own license plate, not theirs, and run our freight with the brokerage agreement, right?
If I was to turn my insurance back on.
Right.
Which I'm not going to do at this point in time. But no, they do not push out their own freight. Because GE and Boeing don't want anyone else hauling their freight. The only time they let them in is during the quarterly pushes when they might need more help. And then GE will make those phone calls to bring in more trucks because there's only so many number of us.
Well, and I'm also guessing that Southern Pride don't want to be responsible for brokering stuff out. Because if you mess up one of them engines, I mean, even with the insurance we have, they're expensive.
The common carrier doesn't carry the insurance that you have to carry this to haul the stuff.
Do we get to San Diego much?
We ain't been to San Diego at all. We've been through there, but I've actually we haven't stopped. Not with doing this, which is kind of strange. We've been to LA several times and San Francisco.
Spicy? Justin Matthews says, when are we getting back on the road? As soon as possible.
What's Spicy say?
We're about to go home January 18th. If you guys go to California and home, you have to let me know. I'm going to give you my number on Instagram.
Cool, Spicy. I'd like that. We got our bikes off of the truck right now, but when the warmer weather comes, we would love to do a ride with you guys.
That's it for the moment. Don't you have anything to say?
Oh, I'm supposed to feel the dead air here?
Yes.
Golly, I'm not good at that. Come on.
Well, I guess Walter could do it.
I wish Walter could do commentary. I think he'd be like Hired Cosell.
Who's
coming
Howard?
Up the back stretch.
I don't know who Hired Cosell is.
She don't know who Hired Cosell is, guys. My gosh. You're so old. So young and unknowing.
Did you just call me old? Spicy said yes, that'd be awesome.
It would be.
71 Customs called me a squirrel.
See, he knows, and Mowgli knows too, right there.
Did we have an interview with the new couple at... Do you guys have an interview with the new couple at your company?
No, we haven't interviewed anybody at our company. And, I mean, a lot of people would probably let me do reviews of their big trucks and stuff, but I felt uncomfortable with broaching that subject until I had my own truck, right? Because so many people rush these guys all the time and want to see their trucks and everything. We personally don't care, but some of them might be different. A lot of them seem to be a little bit stressed, but not all of them.
Some.
Oh my goodness, dogs. Oh.
Do you guys ever get to Canada?
No, we had intentions of going to Canada. We really wanted to go to Canada. But we have two couples over here that live over by Spokane in Seattle, and they run up there all the time. So generally, they're going to get the freight because their truck and trailer are already the perfect size to run up there.
This truck can't run in Canada, can it?
Not without a special permit.
It's over length.
I'm over length for Canada.
But we can run anywhere in the U.S. with this truck.
Right.
Danny Freeman says the wife loves Little Dog's video of the Swift driver.
Ain't it funny? Little Dog's so good at that. He makes me laugh. If you guys come through.
Cincy, sometimes I would like to meet you guys.
Hey, we're over there all the time.
Charles Brandt said hi to the puppies.
All right. I'm glad to get rid of that one.
says Jenna and I would like to hear their stories through TMC and into your company. Oh, like how they started out at TMC and then came over here. Now got their experience.
That guy might talk to us. He's pretty accessible and he's a nice guy. Actually, I think that he is Jerome and Barb with the Silver Peterbilt.
By NC Food
I think he's
Channel.
their brother. Look, is that Alan Mancia in the room? Hey,
Yeah.
Alan. Hey, anybody there that's got a teacup chihuahua that maybe you're parting out or anything? Parting out, that didn't sound right. Alan Mancia there, he's looking for one. Y'all might want to have a talk with him.
Or there might be rescue groups.
Oh, there is, but they want to charge you $500 for a dog. Yeah, Mowgli, I'll talk to them and see if they give us a little tidbit on their experiences and maybe
Right, like how they, start out somewhere, do whatever, and then went over there and got experience and then moved on.
Right. The main thing that you guys are want to look at is getting that 5 years of experience. That's the main thing, with a good driving record, that you won't have any problem coming to a company like this in 5 years, I don't believe, if you get that experience. Even if you only have 6 months or a year in the flatbed thing, as long as you're a good running team.
Good driving record.
Yeah, they'd be happy to have you.
And over here, teams actually get team pay. You get so many more cents per mile and stuff on team loads.
Yeah, I mean, you already get trucking companies. It's just extra money.
Right. Regular trucking companies, you just get your regular cents per mile. You just run more miles in a day. Here, for the same miles, you get paid more because it's actually, don't stop, get it there.
Alan, I'm so sorry that you lost your little girl there. The pit bulls are usually pretty good, but sometimes these things happen. That's just sad, though. It's sad for everybody.
Well, if anybody finds a stray, because I see that posted a lot, too, Alan might be needing a puppy.
That's right. Maybe we can get it to him.
Yeah.
I mean, strays come along, right?
Yeah, look at this heathen. He's so playful since we've been home. Him and Grace just play and fight over toys and run through the house like a herd of cows.
They've been having a great time. They finally have bonded. But it took the house. And they was doing it in the truck the other day, too, and that was really good.
Yeah, with the more space in this truck, they were playing on the floor while we were sitting at the table. So. Yep.
It was spectacular.
They're awful cute. Did you hear Swift bought overnight changing name to sometime next week?
No, I didn't. I knew that something had went on there last year with the two of them, but they've always been tied together through blood. So a lot of times when these companies do that, it's for tax reasons that they do this stuff. So you can expect that. Same thing with Central, and they own a whole group of companies. They don't talk about it, but they do. And it's a family affair.
Mowgli says, what's your personal opinion about starting with TMC versus Prime? Bye, Duck. Trucking with the Duck's phone's dying.
Hey, Trucking with the Duck. I didn't see you in there. It's good to see you. I'm sorry your phone is dying. Peace out. You guys check out Trucking with the Duck. He's doing some good videos, and he's learning how to do it, and I support him. TMC versus Prime. I don't like anything Prime. That's just my honest opinion. But I think if you're going to be company side, it's okay. I would probably have more respect for the TMC. I just think I would. But I don't know a lot about them.
Will they take you without experience? Is that a...
TMC will train you.
They will train you?
Yeah, yeah. And they have, it's a good place to learn too, I think. TMC is more respected than Prime, I should say. But Prime is a much larger company. They've had their issues. They're going to continue to have issues, but all big companies have issues.
Daniel Adami, hello.
Hey, Daniel, how are you doing in there?
So your vote would be TMC if it was you were starting out today knowing what you know?
Yes. But if you're looking for team freight, I don't know if TMC can take care of you as well as Prime.
But depending on their rates, it may not matter.
If you're on the company side, those rates probably don't matter. I mean, they don't.
Because like for us, some stuff we did running longer runs.
We're not company, and we've never been company. We're talking about company drivers. Company drivers have to think about miles, unless they're getting percentage. But a team still can't make. I don't know if they can make it at TMC. Just make the call and find out. They're going to lie to you either way, or talk to some TMC drivers. I don't think there's any on YouTube, but maybe we can check around and see. Let's see. Jeff
Provost
is talking
Motorsports.
to Daniel.
Hello.
Hey, Provost. How are you doing?
CeeLo says CFI is offering to get me a CDL. He can't say no.
Are you done in North Dakota? Do you see your kids up there over Christmas, Daniel? What did Provost say?
Hello.
Oh, hello. Big Billy is the word. Oh, Big Billy did? Okay. Now, Big Billy is a lease operator, but I'm sure he would tell you about his experience at TMC. I think it is a good place to learn.
And that's his name, Big Billy.
Big Billy, that's right. He's from New York, and he's pretty relevant here on YouTube.
He comments on a lot of our videos.
Yeah, so you can find him there and ask him.
Or just Google it maybe if he comes up. If you don't, you can look in our comments, and he's there quite a bit.
He'll definitely answer your questions.
Friendly.
Yeah. What did we say?
We've called a few companies, and I feel like I'm being recruited into the military all over again. Just remember, everything they tell you, though, is really better than it's going to be. If they tell you you're getting 6,000 miles a week, you're not going to. If they tell you it's 90% drop and hook, it's 70%, or, you know, it's...
That's great, Daniel.
They all sugarcoat it. My opinion, the best thing you can do is if you're available to go to the truck stop, just watch the fuel islands and see who pulls up in that truck and ask them.
We were talking about Big Billy, Mowgli. Big Billy. He was in our last live feed, wasn't he?
I'm not sure.
But anyway, he pulls a flatbed for Mercer.
Can I put a link in here?
Yeah, you can.
Let's see.
She'll put a link in for his channel.
Maybe. Don't be...
There he is. Get to share. Watch this. She's going to learn some new technology.
No, don't be. Now, let's see if this works.
Yeah, let's see. I can do it.
Don't mess with me. Okay.
Yay! She did it!
Yay!
Oh, do you want to put a link in here for Bubba Nesbitt's GoFundMe?
If you want, Bubba Nesbitt's GoFundMe. It's under Bubba Nesbitt. He will tell you all about it. Oh, Charles Brent says there he is, so I guess that's the right one?
Yeah, that's the right one. Yeah. That was funny, guys. Y'all was supposed to laugh at that.
Mowgli says Jenna misses Little Dog. He's so cute.
Charles Brent said he wasn't going to say anything.
The Real Cobra Burnout. Hey.
Hey, the Real Cobra, how are you doing? Y'all check out the Real Cobra Burnout there. He's over there in Wyoming, and he's a hell of a guy.
He's a gun guy too, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a gun guy. I think the assholes on YouTube took his monetization away because, I don't know if they did, Cobra, I'm just saying, because I hear they kind of pulled down the gun channels. That's terrible. Oh, there's Big Billy right there.
Billy.
Hey, Billy. All right, Mowgli, there's Big Billy. He's in the room, and he will happily answer your questions there because he's a good guy.
Well, you should make sure. We think he'll happily answer your questions.
I mean, he's a nice guy. He don't mind teaching people stuff.
Big Billy, 3 Mowgli has questions about TMC and working over there with them. So we referred them to you.
I thought they had done that, Cobra. I think it was Ibomi or that guy. And I seen one of their videos where they had been talking about the demonetization a little bit ago in the gun sector. And I just found that terrible. Just terrible.
Alex Express says we ignore him.
Yeah, Alex, we'll never ignore you. See, Billy said he's always ready to help out.
Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Big Hoss, hello.
Hey, Big Hoss.
Cobra says it's a fight on YouTube. Lost lots of gun videos. So, because of the guns, yeah?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Danny says, good advice. 37 years ago, he went to the old TA in Dallas, talked with drivers before jumping behind the wheel. Buy a driver a cup of coffee. Yeah, I mean, and some drivers are going to be more negative, some are going to be more positive, but overall, you can how long have you worked somewhere? Because if you worked somewhere for 6 months, maybe not. You start talking to people, oh, I've been here for years, or oh, I started out there and went here. You know, you can kind of feel, is it somebody that's job hopping, or is it somebody that, okay, they've been at this company for 5 years and they really love it and are doing good, you know?
Sometimes he acts like a stuffed dog that moves, you know?
He's a mess. Let's see. Alex Express says thumbs up.
You had to replace an injector there, Charles? Which one?
Alex Express says you're going to have to celebrate 5,000 subs soon.
Maybe
Hopefully
I'll do a
we'll
giveaway. Give away a radio or CB or
Hopefully we'll be
something,
on the road.
right?
Oh yeah, we have to figure out what we're going to do with our CB and our GPS and everything that's already in the truck now.
Yeah, this truck came with all this extra stuff, so we'll probably be doing a giveaway for our 5,000 subscribers. But it will be used stuff, right?
Bye, Cobra Burnout. Bears are going to play.
Oh, go Bears! Go Bears! Who are they playing today? Anybody know? Well, Rudy, we'll be giving one away here. Well, it'd take me another 6 months to get to 5,000 probably.
Danny Freeman says he started at 9 cents per mile. That
yeah,
was
I know,
years
Charles.
ago.
It's crazy.
37 years ago, started at 9 cents per mile.
See? Drivers make a lot of money now. We needed more than that back then.
Jeff
9
Beard,
cents.
Little Dog is never going to be gone.
No.
We live in happy denial over here.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
Charles says, you know, a Cummins inject is $1,100.
Yeah.
An injector is $1,100.
I know it. I've had to do them.
Daniel wants that motorcycle.
Duh, buggers. Now, we're going to do a video on that, guys. Y'all ramp it up because I am going to be giving that motorcycle away. But it's going to be a Patreon giveaway thing. But it'll be cheap, all right? It will be cheap.
That's okay, Jeff Beard.
And I'm going to
Just
do
so
it
you know, though.
because I either want the Ducati Scrambler, which I don't know if it's going to be comfortable, or another one just like hers. Because I love her motorcycle. And she told me that she wants to ride her motorcycle.
He done dropped my motorcycle.
It wasn't me.
He handlebars, tail light, and a scratch and a dent on my tank.
But it wasn't like that.
He did it.
It wasn't like that. It was the wet trailer that it fell off of.
You did it.
And she should just be happy that it didn't squish me. It really hurt my butt.
I'm so happy it didn't squish him. Can't you tell?
She's never
As your
gonna.
dog tries to bite my ear off.
She's never gonna let me live it down.
No, I'm not.
She can trailer her own motorcycle from now on, electronically.
That's right. Danny would love to run into us before he retires.
Well, come on, we're out here. We'll still be at the truck stop during the daytime. We just ain't going to be going in there anymore at nighttime. There's no reason for us to be parking there anymore. But during the daytime, we'll be in there advertising.
Jeff says, watch my finger. He will bite me. He's only got 2 teeth, but he knows where those 2 teeth are to bite.
He's not schizophrenic at all. He's
Big Billy says you're in trouble.
he's something else.
Daniel says you can
Wayne's
give it.
Trucks and Planes. How you doing?
You can give it to me as a birthday present. My birthday is April 20th.
We'll work that out through the Patreon.
Alex says the dog is schizophrenic.
No, he's
No, he
not.
has multiple personalities.
That's
I do
what he
believe
is.
there's a difference, but they might overlap each other.
No, because he's not schizophrenic at all. He's pretty calm.
He's a butthole.
Yeah, he is a butthole. He's a self-assured butthole. Big Billy, do you have a great New Year with the family? I'm sure Big Billy did have a great
They're
New
not
Year.
talking to you.
I
He's
know, I'm
talking to
just
Big Billy.
facilitating the
Listen at him,
conversation.
intruding on other people's conversations.
If it's said within my
Billy,
earshot,
he's been
I can talk
answering for
about it.
you all day today. You hear him?
Hey, it ain't been all day. We ain't been on here. What are you talking about?
Now the dog's carrying on.
He wants in on it too.
Charles is laughing at us now.
Yeah, but well, hell, I don't guess there's anything else. So, y'all know about the YouTube wars. We're all peripherally involved with it because we can't help it. We just gotta watch and laugh.
Oh, Charles and Brent and Big Billy live about an hour and a half away from each other.
I think that we should pray for some of these people. Even if you don't believe in God or something, you should still pray to the cosmos or something and ask them to bring peace to these people. Not that it'll do any good, but you should try.
Alex says, a dog is not schizophrenic. Be right back. Going to emergency care for the dog bite. That's about right.
I'll sew it up. Don't you worry. I can sew it up. I know how to do that.
Big Billy says, hey, that's less I have to type.
Unless it's an artery. I can't fix that very well.
Now he's gonna went from fixing me to letting me die.
Yes, but Charles Brandon, you did pick a sparkle one, and I think that was an excellent choice of you. I mean, that was excellent.
Jeff Beard's praying for everybody. Be safe.
Thank you, Jeff. We all need it. Alex Express didn't order one yet, I don't believe, but I'm sure that's coming. Y'all seen that I wasn't in there because I've been blocked from there?
Doug Miller says just add super glue.
Super glue. Yeah, there you go. Now, the doctors have some nice super glue I've seen them use on emergency care. And I don't have any of that, but if y'all know where I can get some of that, I think that would be a very handy item to keep in a truck for an emergency, you know? You rip your arm open, I super glue it real quick.
No, if I rip my arm open, he's going to choke me out till I pass out.
Yeah.
And then super glue my arm, and when I'm going, oh, no, I think we should go to the doctor, he'll be like, you're okay. We're fine. And in his head, he's going to be like, oh, she's going to be dead in 2 minutes. I just got to tell her she's okay, though.
I've been in these situations. When you're with somebody and they get hurt, if they cannot remain calm, the best thing you can do is knock them out. Just knock them out. Or choke them out if you have to. If you're going to choke somebody out, make sure you don't get the trachea, all right? Cut off the blood supply. It's much easier, and you don't want to crush them, all right? Don't crush the trachea. But then you can fix them when they're knocked out. I'll take care of you, bro.
I should be concerned, shouldn't I?
No, you'll be all right. Truckers with windows. It's true. Sometimes you got to handle emergencies in a drastic way. You ain't got time to do anything. You know, just saying. Safety first.
The Wingfields are laughing.
Just keep super glue on the dog's collar for faster access.
We can't put on the collar because he'd bite me trying to get super glue off his collar.
Yeah, he wouldn't stand for that.
No. You ever notice if I yell at him, all he does is growl back at me? It's like we're having a yelling match. A battle of the wills. That's what we're doing.
Cows, I'm going to tell you, I am going to root for the Bears. I'm going to expect the Eagles to win, but I'm going to root for the Bears. The Eagles are okay. I won't throw stones at them, but I still like the Bears.
Doug Miller says drastic times call for drastic measures. You might be getting some support on choking me out. Telling me my arm's okay when it's over here flopping.
I don't want to choke you out.
He would probably super glue it on backwards.
She would do okay in an emergency, guys. She's pretty good. I mean, she stays calm over some things, and I stay calm over the physical things, right? So we're a pretty good team, really.
Generally, what I get excited about, he doesn't. What he gets excited about or worried about, I don't.
Yeah, I get all hyped up and crazy over current events or people that are assholes or stuff like that, and she stays calm. If there's a big fight going to happen, she might get a little bit more when I'm going to take care of it.
If I get lost, I get a little nervous because I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to get stuck down this road. And he's all like,
it's all right.
Calm down, we're fine. And I'm like, I don't want to have to get stuck down this road. What if there's a low bridge? And he's all calm.
Now, I am going to have a problem with this truck because I would go into the burbs of Chicago or downtown or New York. I'd go down any road with the ProStar or Freightliner or something like that. This truck, I'm not going to be able to go down any road.
He couldn't even turn a corner in a little town. He had to back up and try it twice with no trailer.
But there was ditches on 3 sides of the road, so I was like...
Most roads have ditches.
No, I mean big ditches.
Most roads have ditches.
Not like this. Not like this little town. These ditches were 4 foot deep, and it's in podunk nowhere. And it was nighttime and no street light. So I was like, oh, there's a ditch there.
71 Custom says duct tape works pretty good in a pinch. If a wound is too bad, place tape over the mouth and run away.
That's good.
Oh my goodness. He doesn't need any encouragement. Doug Miller says just show her a squirrel. I thought you were my friend, Doug.
You never know. This dog is bugging me.
I got this heavy one on my lap sleeping.
He weighs 11 pounds. He ain't heavy. This one weighs 5 pounds.
Apparently Charles and Alex are about an hour and 15 minutes away from each other too.
Everybody's over in Philly? Well, I think Alex is from that area. Charles, aren't you from North Carolina? I thought you told us. But you might not be. I can't remember everybody's address. I'm sorry. But I
Well,
try.
and people are in different places, so sometimes you
Moving
get
around.
confused.
Like Ivan, he's I'm pretty sure he's from Nebraska over on 6 by Shoemakers, but last week he was in Texas, so I don't know.
John and Melanie says hello. Doug Miller says he has no enemies.
Lebanon, PA. And he has no enemies, and I have enemies, guys. I really do. Some of this whole war going on is because I have enemies, apparently. Like I said, y'all go watch that video and you'll know. Too bad the other guy took his down because it was quite upsetting to me that he was talking like that. But oh well. Cal's. He's from Virginia near Martinsville, NASCAR town.
How come you get stuff before I do?
Well, because I don't lollygag. He's stuck in Doug Miller's stuck in North Carolina without a truck. Oh, Doug, that's terrible.
Why no truck?
And Trucker Rudy says I do too. And Rudy, I don't know what you do too. Oh, you know stuff too. I'm going to have to call you when I get up out of here, Rudy. We can put our heads together and try to decipher the days of our lives. And I'll share with you what I got. And you can share with me what you got.
The Wingfield says, what video are you referring to?
It was William Worthington's video the other night that started all the drama. That's where it was at. Oh, you want to drop a link in there? And then the person that started all of the drama went over on their channel and did a big old live feed bashing people and actually telling lies. And then they pulled the live feed down because they were in a situation where they wasn't supposed to do those kind of videos. But the snowball had been set in motion. And for the next, it's just war now. John and Melanie, how are you guys doing?
How long did you have your international before you sold/traded it? No, it wasn't even a year.
It was almost a year. Yeah, we paid it off in 7 months. I still would have liked to kept it, but it didn't turn out that way. We might be able to have some fun, Rudy, as long as we can stay to the periphery, right?
Doug Miller said he's picking up a different truck. Got to wait till tomorrow morning for the office people to show up and give him the keys.
Oh, no keys. I bet you can hotwire it.
Cal says Doug's in the ghetto.
Oh.
Maybe he's got a good motel room. Hopefully. Charles says YouTube Days of Our Lives is getting interesting, and now you have some red guy getting in on it now.
Oh, the red. Oh, yeah. He just wants to pop his views up a little bit, so he's getting involved in it where there's no reason for him to. And then somebody else is playing off of his video because he wants people on his side. He needs team members. It's like a volleyball game or dodgeball. It's like dodgeball.
It's like dodgeball, but there's no true teams. It just depends on who's saying what for the day.
Some of the people involved are only involved in it for fun. Some people are involved because they're tired of being bullied.
Yes.
And some of them are involved as total subterfuge and lies.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to make up your own minds who I'm talking about and where.
Doug says it's a decent hotel room. He's not worried about ghetto rats.
That's good, because we've been in some bad hotel rooms. Yeah, really bad ones. Crackheads and everybody bumming your sticker. Ben Denny! Good afternoon
Sunny
to you.
Daytona.
Oh, Daytona, Texas.
No, Dayton, Texas.
Oh,
There's
okay.
no A.
There's no A.
Sorry. I had you in Florida getting a tan. Putting oil on deliver in the AM. Hope y'all fine. Love y'all. Ben and Peg.
That's what we did, John. We used the cheap truck to trade in.
It's been
plus $26,000. Yeah.
Ben Denny, did you get your truck washed?
Yes, Ben Denny. Did you get your truck washed? I'm assuming you did. Yeah, Charles. Inspect that bed. You don't want no bed bugs. I've heard of them.
I pull the sheets up and look around and look along the seams.
That's a scary thing.
Yeah, I mean,
hotel rooms scare me.
Yeah, I've Googled how to look. And if you actually Google it, I mean, you can't tell 100%, but you can pull it up and look along the seams, and it'll show you stuff to look for signs of bed bugs.
Right. Because why is these things so bad now? They didn't used to be a problem. He used blind faith. Doug Miller does. Well, that's one way to go. Gary Overly, how are you doing today?
Are you guys going to Bike Week this year?
No, we're not going to Bike Week this year. We're being off work another month. It's really going to hurt us financially, but we're fine, right? So we're going to skip a lot of things that I previously wanted to do. We're not going to go to Matt's. We probably will go to Gat's.
Now Sturgis, we might stop like a day or two before.
Yeah,
we run around at Sturgis, but hopefully we'll just have a load of racks and we'll actually be in transit with a load and can just stop.
We will do something.
Run around for a day or two
at
Sturgis.
At Sturgis.
And
there's two camper events. I'd like to attend at least one camper event, probably the one in Needles, but I don't know if that's too soon. I think that's in February or March. And we won't be ready for that. It's
not like we're financially hurting, but we want to get more money in the bank.
We like a big cushion. We like that safety net.
So like if we take a month off like we are right now, it doesn't matter. But we want to get it built back up. Ben Denny said it rained all 4 days. They were off. Cal says Greensboro is odd. You can go from the good part of town to the bad part in about 5 minutes and one wrong turn.
You certainly can in Greensboro.
The Spectre said, "All gonna miss you at Matt's."
Yeah, can't make it this year.
Charles Brandt said that's because government stopped the use DD13. I think back in the 60s, bed bugs were almost wiped out.
DD13 is some good stuff. I read a book about. Well, it was a killing book. You know, I like these serial killer books, but this was a fantasy. Boy, I learned all about DD13, and it was heavily used during the military. I liked it, but now it's gone.
You can probably cross the border and get some.
It's illegal in almost every country now.
Really?
Yeah, that's why they have malaria in Africa again.
Charles.
We don't know, Ben.
71 Custom says, I was planning on calling ARI this week, but maybe you will know the answer to my question. Do I need a Unibuilt truck to get one, or can any truck work?
ARI can't not help you if you have a Unibuilt truck, but Bolt Sleeper has an insert that they can do.
Can't not help you.
They cannot help you. But I will give... Okay, Sleeper Express. Look up Sleeper Express. They can do a Unibuilt truck.
Indiana, right?
Yeah, in Indiana. Sleeper Express. It's in Shipshewana also. They're now tied up with ICT because ICT went out of business and they opened back up with Sleeper Express.
They like bottom out or combined or
whatever. They have a slide-in unit that they can put into a Unibuilt, or they can cut your sleeper off, put a Peterbilt boot on the back of your truck, and snap on a sleeper. There is a sleeper for $30,000 for a 110 unit that's been rebuilt up at Sleeper Express that we was going to buy. We were all set up to buy it, right? But then our truck started having issues, so we told them to sell it to somebody else. We're going to take that $30,000 and go buy a new truck. So it's still sitting there probably.
Unless somebody else bought it.
Unless somebody else bought it.
But that don't mean that people get their sleepers taken off and new ones built. Yeah. Or if your truck's old and you don't want to repair it for whatever reason, people do sell those old sleepers. There's some sleeper groups on Facebook too that sell them. One thing we ran into though is if somebody wants to sell you a sleeper, make sure it's taken off by a professional. Yeah. Because one guy we talked to was like, me and my buddies are going to take it off, come up here and pick it up. And it's like...
Yeah, that scared me. I was like, no.
All the electronics and generator and, I don't know that I trust you and your buddy to take it off and, do everything right.
It was having electrical issues when it was really cold or raining. And they was wanting to change things that I knew didn't have anything at all to do with the problem.
When we seen Jenny and Mowgli in Arizona, we spent $7,500 at the shop. No faults. We left, and as soon as it got wet and cold, we went to Washington. Every fault that they fixed for that $7,500 came back on. And then when it would get dry and warm, it would go off. Then it came back on. So
we're getting really far behind here. Ralph will probably go back out this week. I'm pretty sure maybe by Wednesday or Thursday, I hope.
Ben Denny said, what's a truck's name? We don't know, but he calls it the Red Rooster with its cocky self.
He does.
You can call it whatever you want. He makes up names for people all the time, so
yeah,
we're good with that.
I make up names for all of y'all. So you got Ryan Reynolds there. He's going to be Bert, right? It's just the way it works.
Jeff Beard says, if you come to Sturgis, look him up. Spectre said, nope, just got to know someone with an old supply room. LOL, bet they have a few packs of the DD13 left. Good old 92 Ys. Charles Brent. Oh, he's out there. Spectre. Gary Everly says, you got to do what you got to keep your head above water. I would have let you.
We would have loved to ride with you guys. And we'll get down there because we do get over that way quite often. And when we do and we have the opportunity to stay, we'll do a ride. I'd love that.
And actually this summer, like when we would go to Florida and stuff, in the smaller truck, you kind of have to park at a truck stop so you can use the potty and whatnot. In this truck, all we got to do is fill up our water tanks. We have 300 gallons of fuel we can put in there. And we can park in any industrial park area. Or what? We can park in any industrial park area or a place where trucks are allowed to park.
What did you do?
And stay for a day or 2 or 3 and not have to worry about, we've got our own bathroom, we got our own shower, we got our own kit, you know, we're set up.
I'm wanting to get over there and do a ride with the Shade Tree Sergeant. Do you know him, Gary? He's hilarious. I just love that guy.
You already answered Doug Miller. Ralph says, when the hell are you going out?
Hopefully by Thursday. We'll see.
Prissy Pants Adventures. He wants to see the truck going. I want to see the truck going too. I blame him. Everything bad's his fault.
Tomorrow morning, the sign guy should be ready to do our signs. That'll take him all day. So
then the only thing we still got to wait on a permit. We got to scale everything out.
Yeah. Oh, Alex, you're the man.
Beer money.
I actually need a beer. I'm all out of whiskey, and I think I want a beer tonight. Thank you, Alex.
Did Little Dog apparently let you?
Yes, he did. He did. It smelled like Brussels sprouts, and I don't know why he don't eat Brussels sprouts.
He's finicky.
Yeah.
Doug still likes the big red squirrel.
Timothy
Bronca just snuck in. Hello.
Timothy Bronca. The big red squirrel is very funny.
Mr. Buck Ever. Hello.
Somebody told me yesterday, and the guy was nice. He wasn't being mean or anything, but he said that our truck's not a large car. And back in the day, any car was a large car. It was a big truck like this. And if they could go fast too, it was a large car. And you know, they'd be hammering down the road, right? See, that's my truck going down the road, right? And you'd fall in behind them.
It don't shake no more, though. It's actually a really smooth ride for as long as
and you'd be their back door, right? And you go, boy, look at that large car go, right? Now, that was 27 odd years ago. Maybe it's changed, and now only Peterbilt the large cars. I don't know. Large margin in charge. Oh, we got somebody new in the room down there.
Mr. Buck Ever.
Oh, you don't have it yet.
Ralph Reynolds.
She's behind.
What?
No, not you.
It's not showing up. I don't know what you're looking at.
I don't know.
The trucker's life. What changes are you already planning to make it more livable?
Nothing. I mean, nothing really. It's pretty livable the way it is. You know, we just got to get in it and see. We just haven't spent enough time in it yet.
The hot water heater, you only run it when you use it. And if you just get done driving, the motor actually heats the water, so you can immediately take a shower and not even use the water heater if you don't.
The only things I can see doing is covering that back wall because it's white and looks kind of sad to me, and just a little decoration. Otherwise, it's ready to go. Oh, I am putting an awning on it that I'm getting, and it goes along on the top, right? And then an awning will come out, so we can have somewhere for beer and barbecue when y'all run into us.
Spectre says, what size inverter is on that large car?
It doesn't have an inverter like you have in a truck. It has a 7,500
It has a generator.
Watt generator, an Onan generator.
There is some sort of inverter on it.
It is, but I don't know where it's at. I mean, it's built into the system.
Spectre, you've seen our truck before. You are in a video with our truck in the background.
Is this our Spectre or a different Spectre?
Oh, that's him.
Oh, hey. How you doing, Spectre?
The video that you're in doing a truck tour is our truck's in the background. Yeah, see?
Oh yeah, that's our Spectre. Hey, how you doing? Oh.
Yeah, that's him. That's his
Yeah,
videos.
it's ours.
We've seen another Spectre around, and at first we thought it was you, but it wasn't.
Yeah, we saw him yesterday, and I didn't know he has a YouTube channel, but whatever.
There's a control on the wall. You can program the generator to automatically come on when you shut it, turn it on and off.
I'm going to get a drink. You entertain the people.
But there's a control on the wall that someone, me, is going to have to read the instruction manual for, and I'm still not going to understand it. But you can set it to what you want it to be charging and to be doing, and I don't know anything about it at this point. All I know is if we get out of it for a couple days, right now we just shut all the power to the batteries for the sleeper off so it don't drain them, since we ain't running the generator or the truck. And we have separate battery banks for the back and the front. And certain stuff, like our floor heater, will only run off the generator, and other stuff only runs off of the front truck. So it's different. Buster Tim says make her a Jack and a Coke. Jeff Beard says the inverter and breaker box should be located together. The breaker box, we couldn't get one heater to work, so I called Steve down in Dallas, and he had to actually climb under the table, and just like there's a breaker box in your house, there's a breaker box under our table, and there was a breaker that was flipped, and he had to turn it back on, and then our floor heater worked. Ian Goldberg also wants a drink. Doug Miller has Pepsi in cups. Who's got the Jack?
I don't have any. I got $40 vodka I can't use because she said I couldn't.
Oh my gosh! When did you start listening to me? Because last night or the night before, I saw you drinking my $40 vodka.
It was a sip.
A sip. Oh my goodness. Does Walter still run like a lost deer? We keep Walter on a leash outside because he really wants to come back, but if he smells something, he will just go. He's kind of like me. He's oblivious, and he's a squirrel, and he's just like, yeah, da, 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 and he'll run a mile away. He wants to come back home after he runs his mile, but he'll run a mile away and then be lost, and that's probably how we ended up with him, because he ran a mile away and then didn't know how to get back home. Ain't that right, Walter? Are you a mess? Spectre said the truck ARI had at Matt's last year. This was at Matt's, and I believe it's at Gat's too. I put a link in earlier where 18 wheels on luxury or something? Yeah. Did a tour of our truck, and then you're in the video where Trucker Brown's looking at a white one, I believe. But at the end, when you're outside, there's a red truck behind you in the background. That's our truck. So you probably have actually walked around in our truck, along with hundreds of thousands of other people, because it was probably at all the truck shows last year. The Trucker's Life. What kitchen tools do you cook with? Always looking for good stuff to try in my truck. Well, I'm a simple cook. We're planning on just taking a few pots and pans, spatula, spoon, and a couple plates and forks, and that's about it.
Yeah, we're not going to get all crazy detailed with everything.
I've seen some people that have drawers full of cookware, but we eat steaks, meat, and Brussels sprouts. Sometimes some salads or stuff, but nothing. Cabbages, and
I throw cabbage in a pan, chop it up, and throw the meat on top and just let it cook. It's okay, guys. I like simple food.
Spectre said, yep, that was at Matt's last year. Love that truck. Yep, I bet a lot of people have been in it and don't realize it, because when I saw that video, Steve is the guy that we bought our truck from. And then I'm like, that's our truck. Or he said it, that's our truck right there, isn't it?
Yeah, and then someone sent us a link of a better video that I hadn't even seen. I just saw our truck in that one video. I was like, that's it. And then there it was. The guy that sent it to us, it was hilarious that he found that.
Jeff Beard says your truck is literally a show truck. Yes!
Well, it's been in a show.
It's been a show truck.
You know, it's not going to go win no awards. because I'm just not something I do. Spectre's got a show truck there too, don't he? Because his truck was in a show, wasn't it? Was in all of them
in
now.
all of them, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's been in all of them. Did you ever get that, Spectre? Did you get that whole thing fixed up where they charged you to shine your truck?
Polish.
Yeah. Did you get your money? I thought someone said you got your money back, but I didn't know for sure.
Walter looks like a fox's hood, like my son's dog, and they love to hunt.
He does.
He gets to following that nose, and he is oblivious to everything.
I do watch some RV channels. They have a lot of good things in them that I like to watch their ingenuity on how they're putting things together, or van life channels, stealth camping. They're interesting. Lost on Land does van life stuff, and I'm subscribed to her. She's a friend of mine, and she's always at those camper meetups. That's why we want to go to some of the camper meetups. Yep, he got it taken care of. Zephyr took care of it. That's great.
Right, Zephyr took care of it. What's the name of your other channel?
Oh, that's Tobar 1965 Moto Vlogs, but ain't doing no motor vlogs right now because it's cold outside. So I just put my leftover music videos over there.
Been to all the truck shows and won an award for Super Rigs at Super Rigs last year.
That's extra cool. Did that feel good? I'm sure it did to do something like that. I don't know if I would ever be interested in doing something like that, but I think it's cool that you did.
Well, didn't you have to don't you have to get there a day or two early to, if you're going to be inside and whatever to set up?
We're going to be cooking every day. They may not be necessarily cooking videos, but we thought that she might start doing cooking videos on her channel just because we make so much content because this is my hobby and I really enjoy it, that there's only 7 days in a week and I can't load 3 videos a day. That would just be terrible.
Well, and some people might want to see cooking, and some people over on trucking may not want to see a cooking video unless it's just part of the trucking video, but for actual recipes or something. The Spectre says it did. I was the only Cascadia there.
Now, see, that's kind of awesome, ain't it? That no one gives these other trucks any love. They're all trucks. They all do the same thing. I don't care,
He said it was outside at White's in Virginia. People
at the Petro.
Every day. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. We actually wanted to go to that one, but we ended up we was going to have a load going through there, and then we ended up going to New York that week. So we didn't make it over there.
Jeff Bearder says we're doing cooking videos like Saznak.
I don't watch a lot of Saznak's videos. I have watched some. It's Kansas spelled backwards. He's the guy that Bill Goldie or whoever did a video on, or one of the camper guys. And then he swelled up with his channel. But Saznak does a lot of camping, not just trucking. So
that one guy?
Yeah, he's got the rear door sleeper. Yeah. So I don't know. I haven't really watched anything of his other than 2 or 3 videos.
The dogs need more videos too. We got some cat videos coming too.
Yeah, we made one the other day.
2.
Okay, but they're in queue. I haven't put them out there for you yet. There's going to be a cat video made today, hopefully. What was the first mode you did on your first truck company or own? Modifications on trucks. I've never done a lot of stuff.
Let me tell you what he does. What? He puts a Gulf Coast air filter on.
Yes.
He puts air tabs on.
Yes.
Anything to save him money is what he does. Super singles. Beyond that, he's not interested in the
looks or anything.
I got a bigger stack than you or that stuff, right?
Right. I don't do anything like that. It's all about money to me. What can help me keep more money? We all make the same money in a general freight capacity, but whoever keeps more money is doing better. And some guys are like, I ain't putting no air tabs on because they're ugly. I respect that. They're ugly. But if that gives me 1% better fuel mileage, I'll take the air tabs for $14.
Right.
The Turbo 3000, but I don't think the Turbo 3000 will hook up with the new Detroit. So, and I don't feel like I'm going to need them with this because we haul light freight, so I'm cool there. I'm not going to be modifying this truck either.
Timothy, the front brakes are disc brakes.
Yes. Now, on the new Peterbilt models, the 19 years, from what they were telling me at ARI, all of the ARI models will now have all disc brakes.
Right. Ours just has front, though, because ours, I think we said before, we got it for cheaper because it was back at the truck show in March and stuff. It's considered the model year old. So even though it's brand new, it's one that they were trying to get rid of. So they marked the price down.
I don't know about Chrome making more money, but I think a clean truck gets better fuel mileage. Maybe it just makes you feel better.
Trucker's Life says, I built a shelving system on my top bank to make T680 more livable.
Now, I've done that in my older Internationals. I've done that in quite a few of them, the shelving unit.
Ben Denny, this is my heated jacket. This, can you see it, is my battery pack. And I have little heat coils all up in this thing that warm me up. You feel it? Because he keeps me freezing. Peg might need one of these. Do you freeze her out? Because it's warm. Otherwise, it does look like a life jacket.
It does.
But when we're out tarping and stuff, I got it for that. That way I can put my coat on over it. And when we're in the freezing, it'll keep me warmer. But since he freezes me everywhere we go, sometimes I just wear it because I like it.
I never freeze the girls, guys.
Yes, he does.
I don't. But maybe I should start. If that's a way to get her to cuddle up to me, she cuddles really good.
I just bought a heated jacket. It don't work.
The
cuddle part.
The battery only lasts 3 hours. It's not going to last.
It's got a charger.
So you can't always be plugged into the wall. Now she'll buy an extra battery. Why'd y'all even start that for?
Charles says Chrome makes you more money. No, we don't have a Detroit in the new truck. We have a Cummins.
Yes.
You said Detroit.
No, I was talking about Detroits and the Turbo 3000. We have a Cummins X15.
How much did the air tabs and the air filter change MPG?
I ended up gaining almost a total of 1 mile to the gallon between my super singles, the air tabs, and the well, actually, it was 2 miles to the gallon. And the what was the other thing?
The Gulf Coast filters for your
that's
oil.
Not, yeah, that's just oil. And the Turbo 3000. Between those three things, I went from 6.5 to almost 8.5 consistent miles to the gallon hauling general freight, and I stayed there. But that not on the ProStar. I didn't do any of that to the ProStar. In the ProStar, I just slowed down to 60, and I got my 8.5 doing 60.
And in the Gulf Coast filter, you just did partial oil changes, right?
I didn't do any of that to this truck, though.
Right. But if you get the Gulf Coast filter, that's what it does, right?
You change your filter. You don't change your oil.
Let's see. Timothy likes my jacket. Oh, Doug Miller says you like seeing my high beams.
I do.
That might be it.
I'm a high beam fool.
Plan if it works. Ian Goldberg says a long wire for the coat. I will find a way to plug into the wall if I have to.
She'll try to figure something out.
Jeff Beers says 100-inch cord.
What's Spectre say?
What do you think about the FAS fuel system?
I don't know anything about it. Truthfully, I haven't read anything about it, so I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I know with the last truck, I did make some calls to Pittsburgh Power and stuff like that because I wanted to have some stuff done, and they all just kind of laughed at me and told me I needed to take my maxi pad engine out back and dig a hole with the bulldozer and bury it. They said they couldn't work on it. So I do think Pittsburgh Power does some really good stuff, and they can optimize any truck that you have if it's not a maxi pad, right? Kevin Rutherford's he does know some stuff.
Ben Denny said we need these for the bikes. Yes, I think when it's a little bit cool, these will make a big difference in riding. I actually had to move my bike from the shop where someone tore it up to storage, and I put this on and turned it on and put my coat and gloves and a pair of pants and a pair of sweatpants and everything else on over it. It wasn't that bad, but I wouldn't have wanted to ride it for a very long distance either.
No, I would change filters every month. I would change my filter every month. But not the oil. Because I always run synthetics in everything. Once the truck gets to 300,000 miles or so, I switch to synthetics. This one's already got synthetics in it, so I don't got to change that. But an extended life oil filter is going to be going on it probably. Because I do really support
And when we
oil.
would do that, we would also mail our oil off to get tested for...
See, I want to see what the brass is and stuff like that.
Right, if you've got like metal shavings in it, it's a sign something's wrong, or you got coolant in it or whatever, right?
Yeah, to the tolerable standards.
Right, but if it's high,
yes, you want to know
something's wrong before your truck just totally breaks down.
You know when you've got an injector going bad or something like that. If
right, by certain levels.
Test your oil. These other guys, they know all that good stuff. Companies don't do it though.
Pet in truck, cat or dog? We've only had dogs.
Yeah. But a funny story, I was at a shop one time and this girl was crying because her cat was in the rafters of the shop and they wouldn't go up there and get it out for her because when they opened the door, it ran out. Yeah, and they was like, well, it's not our fault. You didn't put it in a kennel or something. And I don't know if she ever got her cat out of there. I hope she did.
Charles says if he does 60, he can get 9 with his Lone Star.
Oh, that's great. That's real good.
John and Melanie says every 500 hours you change it off. The Gulf Coast filter was for the oil for the truck. Is that what they're meaning?
I answered that we changed it every month. You know, the filter.
Make sure to change the crank filter to the non-maintenance one unless they put it on already.
I will have to find out. I haven't checked out anything on this truck, guys. When I buy a truck, I just go buy it. You know?
We bought this one before we ever went down there. We bought even like the like our down payment and stuff. We just went and got a cashier's check, took a picture of it and sent it to them. They verified the money, took it. Everything was done. We had to sign a couple papers and it was all done before we went down there. There was no do this and let's wait and do that and let's wait. It's okay, here you go. Come down, sign some papers. You know, have to do a few final things and off you go.
Yeah, see the Spectre, he's using the same stuff.
Synthetics, extreme friction fighter. The owner tests all my samples and is good stuff.
It is. Now you might be able to get a sponsor for something like that, Spectre. The Gulf Coast people, I don't even know if they're still in business, but they had wanted to work with me in that venue a long time ago. And I ended up getting my filters for free, you know.
Doug Miller says cats are good for 3 things: mice, target practice, and Chinese food.
You're so mean. Look, if you gotta eat the kitty, I understand. Eat the kitty. That didn't sound right at all, guys. I just blew that all to hell. I shouldn't have said that. Now I can't revisit that. I just gotta let it go.
Sammy, we have a step deck. The people over here that have double drops are solos. Teams over here that have step decks.
Right.
For the freight that they want us to haul. And the Trucker's Life says, where will we avoid? We don't really have to avoid anywhere because there's people over here with a lot longer trucks than we have. So
I'm probably going to stay away from JFK unless I go in on 95 across the George Washington. But I may still avoid that area until I feel more comfortable with the truck.
Yeah, initially we ain't going to want to go into New York City or something just because it's a brand new truck and it's a monster to drive.
I'm going to avoid getting lost in Chicago and driving downtown.
John Melanie, thanks guys. That's a good idea. Spectre says, good question. So what has the better turning radius, a new truck or a deuce and a half?
A deuce and a half. Much better turning radius. This is the most horrible turning radius I have ever seen. It's horrible. And I don't understand that. I think the Volvos are supposed to have really good turning radius. And I know that is adjustable. but it's terrible. I mean, it's just totally terrible. Come over and drive it, Spectre. You'll be like, ah. I don't look right either. You know, you.
Oh my God!
It's the worst thing I ever drove.
I'll calm down. I'm sorry. Yeah, the making a turn, you think you're gonna turn, and even just to bringing it home, you're turning and you end up in the next lane over. Turning, it's just.
And I've got to move the fifth wheel.
Because I was thinking, are these wheels somehow back further than the other ones? They're not. It's just like you turn. But
and I've got to move the fifth wheel another foot back because I've got to move it all the way to the rear. I mean, that's the only. I'll be legal weight wise, you know, for 43,000 or whatever if I do that. Now we're not going to be hauling 43,000. We'll still be hauling about 30,000 occasionally. Usually it'll be 8 to 16,000. But I'll have to move the fifth wheel because at 14.5 on the steer, it's that empty. Well, almost empty, right? With the trailer on it moved where it's at, it'll be 14.5. So I'll move it back a foot. I'll be fine. Now, I'm telling you that because that's what the guys over here that have experience in this issue, they've all told me that. If they're wrong, I'll get back with you on it.
Well, there's people with bigger trucks that tell us that they're legal to haul that amount of weight. So, and they don't have the bigger front axles for the 18,000. They're rated the same we are at the 14.5 on the front. So if they can with a big, you know, 2 or 3 feet bigger, then there's no reason we shouldn't be able to. Same tanks and everything else.
Right. We're not going to be filling
probably
the truck up with
bricks,
so it should be okay.
Trucker's Life says, Schneider's staying with Freightliner. They tested T680, but Nick's buying because of 2-inch lesser turn radius.
Oh, well, that's good to know.
Inches, right? That's not a feet sign. Is that an inches sign?
2 of them is inches.
Okay. Inches.
You don't know your
Shut your face. Spectre says, I think it's only 100 degrees or 108 degree radius. Can't it be adjusted?
I think it can. From what I've seen in the past and people I've talked to, it can be adjusted. I don't know about this particular truck, but we're going to find out because I want it adjusted to cut much sharper if I can get it that
and they
way.
also already told us that we might as well plan on replacing the front tires every year.
Yeah.
Because we have more weight and wear and tear.
Yeah, the
on those
315s, they don't last as long as general tires at all. They're going to be costly, I'm sure. Guys, we need to get up out of here. It's getting late, and I'm sure there is some drama somewhere on the YouTube that we need to go and listen to, right? I definitely need a drink, and this vodka ain't going to do it.
My $40 vodka, and he's complaining. You don't have to drink my drinks.
All right. I'm going to have her take me to the store. I might even get a beer tonight.
John and Melanie, have a great night.
So we'll talk to all you guys later. You'll have a blessed day. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. And be happy. All right?
Spectre.
We'll talk to y'all later.
Life. Bye, Big Sammy. Doug Miller. Charles Brandt. John